Hello there, everybody. Just a quick update before we get started about the Reiki Apprenticeship Program. We are at 66% paid. I am very excited about that. That's a landmark for me. I've been looking forward to being 66% paid for a long time. Now we just have one last push to go, and then it'll be all knocked out. Won't that be fabulous? I can quit doing these updates and taking time away from readings. Blech. All right, everybody, on to your readings. Hello there, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of April 17th through the 23rd. What we have coming up for you on day one, on Monday, is the Empress. What a fantastic card to get on Monday. You know, Mondays have that reputation of being like, oh my God, it's Monday. So to have the Empress come up is just wonderful. This just tells me that you are very productive on Monday. You're getting a lot of things done that you want to get accomplished. Also tells me that you're feeling really good about yourself. The Empress has a lot of power. Even though her power may be more on a subtle level, there's a lot of power behind the Empress. And so I feel like, you know, you have your own kind of power going on. Yeah. So to me, this is, the Empress is more receptive power. This is kind of somebody who's really good at doing their law of attraction type power, where they're good at manifesting things just by actually visualizing them and then seeing what kind of great ideas for action come out of that type of visualization time. But I just see this as a day when you're doing what you enjoy and you have things coming to you that you're happy about. This is a good happy day when I see the Empress card coming up in general. All right, so let's look at Tuesday. Here we do have the Four of Cups showing up. Now the Four of Cups is one of those cards that when I see it come up in my wake, I'm like, oh, I'm going to be changing that with my free will. Because the Four of Cups talks about pity parties. Yay! We've all had them. They feel very righteous when we have them. But, yuck. They're such a downer, not only for us, but for the people around us. But really, especially for us. To feel like the martyr, to feel like the person who has been treated unjustly is never really a fun thing, and it's certainly not productive. So if you feel that kind of energy moving in Cancers on Tuesday, you really want to do what you can to move away from that energy and try to focus on something positive or some opportunities or some things that you could be doing that move you forward instead of on the circumstances that maybe weren't so fair. Or, maybe where you were kind of the victim. You just don't want to stay focused on that because that just brings more of that in. If you can focus on something positive, that'll bring more of the positive in. So that's where we really want to be. All right, Wednesday. Looking at Wednesday for Cancer, we do have the Ace of Swords showing up for you. I love the Ace of Swords. To me, this is kind of the enlightenment card. This is the card that talks about getting a new idea or seeing something in a totally new perspective. And maybe it's something that you've been dealing with for years and years and years for some of you. Maybe it's something that's just new and you're just starting to understand it. Either way, whenever you have this new perspective or this new way of understanding, all of a sudden, not only does that little idea go click, but it kind of clicks in with other pieces in your life too. So all of a sudden, you have a more full picture of some of the things that you've been dealing with or that you deal with on an everyday basis. And things just make better sense. And you have a better sense of how is the best way for you to interact in those situations. So like I said, it's the enlightenment card. You really get some new, good, wonderful information that's extremely useful. It's tangible. It's helpful information coming in for you. And it can come in any way. It can come in as a result of meditation. It can come in because, your 1.5-year-old who can barely talk says something absolutely profound I mean, that happens all the time, doesn't it? The little ones really, they know the secrets of the universe way better than we do. We've forgotten them. They've been in touch with them in a direct way more recently than we have, and they still know some of that stuff until we push it all out of them. So sometimes these epiphany ideas or these enlightenment ideas actually are sparked by something a little one says. Not saying that's going to happen for everybody, but, can be a result of meditation, can be a result of just the offhand comment of a sarcastic coworker. This kind of inspiration and enlightenment can come from anywhere because guess what? That creative source, that universal life force energy, that energy that's bigger than us can use anything to get a message across to us. All right, so off my soapbox, let's move on to Thursday. All right, so Cancers, Thursday, you have the Seven of Coins showing up. I like the Seven of Coins. This just means the harvest is coming in. This could be literally that it's your payday. This could be the day that your money hits the bank from all the time that you've invested working for your employer in exchange for money. For a lot of you, it's going to be that simple right there. For others of you, though, it may not be so simple. This does talk in general about a situation where you have invested, whether you've invested time, emotions, effort, money, literally, in something, knowing that at some point that investment was going to pay off. This would be that investment coming back home to roost. This is paying off, okay? La da da da. Let's look at Friday. Okay, wow, okay. I'm tripping out now. Guys, I seriously shuffle quite well between each sign's video, but you guys are the fourth video I've done. Out of the four, now there are three that have come up with this card, and each of them has come up with this card in reverse. So definitely there's something going on astrologically. I'm not actually an astrologer. I have an amateur interest in it, and that is it. But what you've got coming up on Friday is the Falling Tower in reverse. And the Falling Tower in reverse is just telling me that there's a situation that was tough that you've come through already, okay? So the Falling Tower in reverse is really the continuation of a story. And so it's talking about that there was a situation in your life where something that made you feel secure was basically yanked out of your experience unexpectedly. Okay? For some people, this has to do with relationships. For other people, this will have to do with jobs. For other people, this will have to do with homes, with cars, with cell phones, anything that makes you feel secure. All right? So something that was making you feel secure was ripped out of your experience before. Now what's happening is you're finding opportunities to replace whatever holes that thing left whenever it went. So, and what you're finding as you're discovering these opportunities is that these opportunities are much better than what you actually had before. So you're actually coming out on top. You're not just surviving that situation where something was pulled away from you. You're coming out on top of that situation because these opportunities are so much better than before. So you're moving forward. You're making progress. You're expanding. You're growing. It's a good thing. I feel like I'm being very long-winded today. All right, let's look at Saturday. Here we have the Moon card showing up. La 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 la. The Moon card, as a Scorpio, the Moon card, I don't like and I do like. Now, the Moon card does talk about that you have a situation in your life that you know is fishy. You just know there's more there than meets the eye, but nobody's given you the information that you know is right underneath the surface. You just can't quite reach it. Now, as a Scorpio, I say that I like this card because I like it and I don't like it. I don't like it because there's something going on where not all the information is there, and I like for things to be transparent. I like to know what I'm getting into, okay? Now, That's why I don't like it. I don't like it when things aren't transparent. I do like this card because as a Scorpio, I am the detective of the astrological signs. And so this gives us Scorpio something to dig our teeth into. Ooh, something isn't right here. What is it? How can I figure that out? And that experience is exciting and exhilarating and can be fun. A lot of times the results, the information that you find out, maybe not so much fun, but at least you figured it out. And honesty is the best way to be able to handle something. So with the moon card for you Cancers, basically this is saying that on Saturday something comes up where you're absolutely sure there's more going on than what you're being told about. I'm going to tell you, as a fellow water sign, follow your intuition. Intuition never leads us wrong, okay? Let's see here. On Sunday, you have the Star card. Now, the Star card is another really good card. This is a card that talks about really having a certain amount of balance, having a certain amount of connectedness, really being in the groove, being really tuned in and operating at full capacity, basically. So the Star card to me talks about really being aware of your physical, tangible reality and not tuning that out, and yet also being aware of cosmic information and cosmic reality and not tuning that out either. And this is a successful blending of those two realities that we walk in all the time because we are spirits, we are energy, and a small part of us is occupying this human body. So we're always walking in that spiritual world and the physical world. This is talking about blending them really well, that they're well blended on Sunday. And that's cool because then, like I said, it feels like we're in our groove. We know what we're doing. We know how to handle things, and we're just doing it. A lot of times it's talking about tuning in and following your intuition, and it can be on something little. It can be on anything. But when I see this card come up, I feel like it's probably applying to most of the day. The first time that I ever really realized that I was tuned in like this was way before I realized that I had psychic abilities. I used to be in the military, and most of the day rooms in the military and the dorms that I lived in would have pool tables. And I had never really played pool as a kid growing up. And so when it was quiet in the day room and nobody else was around, I would practice playing pool because I was terrible. I didn't want anybody to see me practice playing pool. And so I accidentally kind of discovered that if I lined everything up just right, there would be a certain feeling that I would get in my body, and I would make the shot every time I had that feeling. And so that's kind of what this card is talking about. It's talking about being in that groove where you have the feeling, you know what you're doing is right because it feels right. It feels like everything's in alignment. It feels like you're in alignment with spirit and how spirit works, and it feels you're also in alignment with the physical and how physical works, and you've got that perfect blend and combination going on. Now I know I'm long-winded today. But anyway, that's what the Star card is all about. It's having that perfect alignment. And it's fabulous. Okay? So anyway, Cancers, that is your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you here this week for readings, some of you here for Reiki sessions, and the rest of you I'll see back on the next video. Peace out. Hello everybody, this is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before, completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be um, able to do Reiki for themselves. And I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master program. But the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. Um, what I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. um, but if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small. So there's the corrected version of that. Um, and actually, I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise, I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate. and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.